Hi everybody, I am going to discuss year solve of subject system programming. Course is Diploma in Computer Science and Technology. In this video I am going to discuss MCQ solve of 2019 and 2018 year questions. First of all, 2019 subject is system programming. MCQ, yes, solution. First question is, which assembler directive is used to store a translated program into the main memory. Which assembler directive is used to store a translated program into the main memory from a specified location? Option A is, which assembler directive is used to store translated program into main memory from a specified location? Option A is load. Option B is start. Option C is origin. Option D is using. These are all assembler directive. Which assembler directive? The question is, which assembler directive is used to store translated program? Translated program means when a program is compiled by or assembled by assembler or compiler, then it produces translated code, that is object code, into the main memory for specified location. We have to load this specified location, then we need origin. So this is the answer is origin. Origin is the location from where the CPU can access the translated code into the main memory. So loader load the translated program into the main memory with the help of origin of code. So origin is the right answer, origin. Now this is the first MCQ. The answer is origin. Phase of compiler. Which phase of compiler is machine dependent? Which phase of the compiler is machine dependent? Option A is code optimization. Option B is target code generation. Option C both. Option D none. আমরা জানি যে কম্পাইলারের যে ফেজগুলো থাকে তার ফেজগুলোর মধ্যে থেকে মেশিন ডিপেন্ডেন্ট ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট কনসেপ্টটা আছে, যেগুলো মেশিন ইউজার স্পেসিফিক, যেমন লেক্সিক্যাল সিনট্যাক্স অ্যানালাইজার, লেক্সিক্যাল অ্যানালাইজার, সিমেন্টিক অ্যানালাইজার, যেগুলো মেশিন স্পেসিফিক, ইউজার স্পেসিফিক। আর যখনই আমরা মেশিন কোড জেনারেশন, ইন্টারমিডিয়েট কোড জেনারেশনের পর থেকে যখনই আমরা স্টার্ট হচ্ছি কোড অপটিমাইজেশন, কোড জেনারেশন, টার্গেট কোড জেনারেশন, all thing goes to machine dependent. So some phases of compiler machine independent, that like lexical analyzer, syntax analyzer, semantic analyzer, and some phases are going to machine dependent. So in these questions, which phases of machine compiler is machine dependent? There is a code optimization and target, both are machine are dependent, because code optimization is dependent on machine, target code generation is dependent on machine. So answer is both. This is the question number 2. Now, question number 3. How many tokens are in the following line? Question is printf, double quote, hello world. Option A is 3, option B is 4, option D, C is 5, option D is 6. How many token? The main purpose of lexical analyzer is used to identify the token. Printf is an token, it's an identifier, token number 1. This bracket is token number 2, opening bracket, and this is a string. When we write anything within the double quote, that is goes to literal string, that is constant. So 1, 2, 3 পুরোটা একটা, and 4 closing bracket 4, and semicolon is a 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So answer is 5. So you can identify any line. This printf is one identifier, printf is one identifier, opening bracket is starting, then the string, within the string all a thing a string that's constant, that is literal, and closing bracket 4, and semicolon is the end of the line. So there are 5 tokens in this example. Don't consider এই ডবল কোডগুলোকে আবার কনসিডার করে ফেলো না, কেন কি ডবল কোডটা আছে বলে এটা একটা স্ট্রিং বোঝা যাচ্ছে, এটা একটা লিটারাল কনস্ট্যান্ট, আর প্রিন্টফ একটা আমার আইডেন্টিফায়ার, ব্র্যাকেট ওপেনিং ক্লোজিং একটা, আর সেমিকলনটা এন্ড অফ। তো এইভাবে আমরা টোকেনকে আইডেন্টিফাই, অ্যান্সার ছিল 5। নেক্সট, a grammar, next question, a grammar is ambiguous. A grammar is ambiguous if option A, there exist more than one parse tree. There exists more than one parse tree for given string. There exists more than one parse tree for given string. Option B, for test from start symbol. This is option number 2. I am writing directly from the question paper. Next, declaring as left recursive. Option D, declaring as right recursive. This is farthest from start symbol. So a grammar is ambiguous if there exists more than one parse tree for the given string. Farthest from the start symbol, declaring is left recursive, declaring the right recursive. Right answer is if there exists more than one parse tree for the given string. This is the answer. Let us elaborate this thing. What is ambiguous? Ambiguous mean for a single string when we can generate more than one parse tree, and parse tree can be generated from the grammar. Suppose this is the production rules, e to e plus e into e, and e to suppose id. So this is the grammar. We need to check whether it is ambiguous or not. Suppose e, if you are using e plus e, যদি আমরা এটা ইউজ করি, দেন এখানে এই জায়গায় আমি e স্টার e যদি বসিয়ে দিই প্লাস ই, এবার ই থেকে আইডি বসালাম, আইডি আবার নেক্সট টাইমে ই রেখে দিলাম, কারণ আমরা অ্যাট এ টাইম একটাই সিম্বল বসাতে পারি, লেফট টু রাইট, লেফট পোস্ট ডেরিভেশন, রাইট মোস্ট, দেন আবার আইডি বসালাম, ইটা রেখে দিলাম, দেন ফাইনালি আমি আইডি বসিয়ে এটা কমপ্লিট করলাম। তো এটা আমি একটা স্ট্রিং বানালাম, যে স্ট্রিংটা এই গ্রামারটা ইউজ করে। আর একটা যদি আমি স্ট্রিং বানাই ই থেকে ই সাপোজ ই প্লাস ইটাকে ইউজ করলাম, এবার আমি ই প্লাস ইন্টুটা ইউজ করছি, প্লাস ইউজ করেছি, এবার ই ইন্টু ই ইউজ করলাম, এবার ডাইরেক্টলি আমি ই ইন্টু ই এর জায়গায় রাইট রিকার্সিভ রাইট বসাচ্ছি, তো ই রাইট মোস্ট ডেরিভেশন করছি, ই প্লাস ই বসালাম, এবার আমি রাইট মোস্ট ডেরিভেশনে ই ইন্টু ই এই আইডিটা আগে বসাবো, দেন ই ইন্টু ই এই আইডিটা নেক্সট বসাবো, দেন ফাইনালি আইডি ইন্টু আইডি প্লাস আইডি। তো একই স্ট্রিংকে আমরা গ্রামার ইউজ করে আনতে পেরেছি। এবার দেখি এই দুটোর পার্স ট্রিটা কীরকম দেখতে হয়। আমরা অ্যাম্বিগুইটি যখন ওয়ার্ড এ গ্রামার ইজ অ্যাম্বিগুয়াস, definition is a grammar is ambiguous if this grammar is ambiguous if we can create two different parse tree. If we create different parse tree for the same string, this is the same string and the parse tree is, now the parse tree is, suppose this is the parse tree, first one is e পার্স ট্রি ইজ ক্রিয়েটেড বাই অ্যাপ্লাইং দ্য প্রোডাকশন রুল। ই থেকে আমরা কি পেয়েছি, ই প্লাস ই পেয়েছি, তো এই তিনটে পেলাম। আবার ই থেকে কি পেয়েছি, ই ইন্টু ই পেয়েছি, আর ই থেকে আমরা ইটা ই এর মধ্যে রয়ে গেছে। এবার আইডি বসাচ্ছি, এখানে একটা আইডি বসিয়েছি, এটা একটা আইডি, এখান থেকে একটা আইডি পুট করেছি, এখান থেকে আইডি একটা রিপ্লেস করেছি, এখানে একটা আইডি রিপ্লেস করেছি। তো এটা একটা পার্স ট্রি বানিয়েছি। এবার সেকেন্ডের ক্ষেত্রে পার্স ট্রি আমরা কী বানাচ্ছি, প্রথমে আমরা অ্যাপ্লাই করেছি ই থেকে ই ইন্টু ই অ্যাপ্লাই করেছি ফার্স্টে, ই থেকে ই ইন্টু ই, দেন আমরা ই থেকে ই প্লাস ই বসিয়েছি। সো দুটো ট্রি দেখতে একই রকম, আলাদা একদমই সেম না, কিন্তু স্ট্রিংটা সেম, এই জন্য সেম দুটো ডিফারেন্ট ট্রি ফ্রম দ্য সেম গ্রামার ইজ নোন অ্যাজ ambiguous grammar. এটা বড় কোশ্চেন আসতে পারে, what is ambiguous grammar? A grammar is said to be ambiguous if for the same grammar, যে এক্সাম্পলটা আমি দিয়েছি, we can create more parts tree for the same string. That is for the same grammar we are accessing same string and the production rules are different and the tree is different. এখানে দেখতে পাচ্ছি এগুলোকে পার্স ট্রি বলা হয়। এখানে আমরা পার্স ট্রি দিয়ে কনসেপ্টে কি, পার্স ট্রি ডেফিনেশন হচ্ছে পার্স ট্রি দিয়ে আমরা ইন্টারনাল নোডগুলোকে বলাই, আর যেগুলো আমরা আমাদের বসাচ্ছি সেগুলো হচ্ছে টার্মিনাল নয়, নন টার্মিনাল, আর যেগুলো লিপ নোড যেগুলো হচ্ছে টার্মিনাল। তো এই আমরা পদ্ধতিতে অ্যাপ্লাই করে আমরা ডিফারেন্ট ট্রি বানাচ্ছি ফর দ্য সেম স্ট্রিং, দ্যাটস হোয়াই ইট ইজ নোন অ্যাজ ambiguous grammar. The answer is, MCQ answer is question option number A. Next, MCQ question 5. Top down parsher follow. Top down parsher follow. Question number 5. Top down parsher follow. Option A. Leftmost derivation. Option A, leftmost derivation. Option B, rightmost derivation. Rightmost derivation. Option C, reverse of leftmost derivation. Reverse of leftmost derivation. Option D, reverse of rightmost derivation. Top down parser follow leftmost derivation. Top down parser follow leftmost, rightmost, reverse from the leftmost and reverse. Option is, answer is, these are the options, answer is leftmost derivation. What is the top down parser? যদি আমরা ধরি একটা যখনই আমরা একটা প্রোডাকশন বসাচ্ছি, ই থেকে সাপোজ ই প্লাস ই, ই দেন ই থেকে ই ইন্টু ই, মিন আমরা যখনই কোনো একটা টপ ডাউন পার্সার, just the definition of top down parser, it works in the leftmost derivation. It looks at the highest level. It looks at the highest level of the parse tree. It looks at the highest level of the parse tree and works down the parse tree by using rules of the grammars. It looks at the highest level of the parse tree. It looks at the highest level of the parse tree, then works down the parse tree using rules of the grammar. So the top down works from the highest level of the parse tree from the start. Consider the example. Suppose the grammar is the production rules are e arrow e plus e arrow e into e, and e to id. This is a terminal. Now we need to produce the string id into id plus id. And how it can be created? It works as a top down approach. That's mean id into id plus id. This id is converted to e, then id is remain there plus id. Then id, this top down means you have to create this top down approach from the start. So you have to create this once from the start. The start is there e. So e, there is e plus e into e. So we can consider this one is e plus e. Now this is a start, and we look into the rule e applying e arrow e plus e. Then we have to apply e to e star e. Then put the value of id e id and replace the value with id. So this is known as top-down parser. Top-down parser, and the leaf nodes are the strings id plus id, id into id plus id. So this is the answer of the top-down parser. So top-down parser look from the start and then moves towards the rules. Next MCQ. This is the 6th one from the 2019. E to E plus id by id. This is a grammar, and the production rules is given. The grammar is option A, left recursive. The grammar is option A, left recursive. Option B, non-recursive. Option B, non-recursive. Option C, right recursive. Option C, right recursive. Option D, none. So these are the options of the grammar. What is left recursive? When the symbols, that is the non-terminal symbol, appear in the leftmost symbol, of the rightmost derivation. This is the this is the rightmost. This is the symbol which is the non-terminal symbol. তো এটা যেহেতু এখানেই এসে গেছে আগেই, তো এটা যেটা দিয়ে স্টার্ট হয়েছিল সেটা আগেই এসে গেছে। এটা যদি পরে থাকতো তাহলে এটা হতো না, যেহেতু প্রথম সিম্বলটাই ওই যেটা প্রোডাকশন রুলটা তৈরি করছে সেই সিম্বলটাই, তাই এটাকে বলতে পারি লেফট রিকারসিভ। তো দিস ওয়ান ইজ নোন অ্যাজ লেফট রিকারসিভ। Next question. An operator is in a grammar. Operator in a grammar. This is question number 6. In a grammar, an operator in a grammar gets highest precedence. If it is number 1, nearest from the start symbol. Number 2, farthest from the start symbol. Number C, declared as left recursive. Declared as right recursive. Declared as right recursive. So answer is declared as right recursive, because suppose 2 plus 3 into 5, then the precedence of the grammar is into, and it is check the right option, right operand. So it is right recursive. It moves right recursive. It gets highest precedence. Next. Which of the following is not a type of assembler? Next question number 8. Which of the following is not a type of assembler? Which of the following is not a type of assembler? Option A, 1 pass. Yes, 1 pass assembler is possible. 2 pass analysis by synthesis possible. Option 3 pass. Option D, load and go, that is compile and go. Which of the following is not a type of assembler? This is 3 pass is not a type of assembler. Answer is 3 pass. Next question number 9. In a 2 pass assembler, pseudocode EQ is to be evaluated. Option A, pass 1 is used to define the tables. Option 2, pass 2. Option C, not evaluated by assembler. Option D, none. And the answer is pass 2. In 2 pass assembler, the pseudocode EQ to be evaluated in the pass 2. Next, In a two-pass assembler, the task of pass 2 is option A, separate the symbol, numeric opcode, and operand field. Option B, build the symbol table. Option C, construct the intermediate code. Option D, synthesize the target program. In pass 2 of assembly, the task of pass 2 is to generate symbol. No, it is the purpose of pass 1. Build the symbol table. Yes, this is the purpose of pass 1. Construct the intermediate code. Yes, and synthesize the target program. No, synthesize the target program. So synthesize the source code, not target code. So this is the right answer is construct the intermediate code. The purpose of pass 2 is to construct the intermediate code. So this is the right answer. The option is C. Next, which of these features of assembler are machine dependent? Machine dependent is same question একটা আমরা পেয়েছি, এটা একটা কোশ্চেন আছে instruction format. Which of these machine dependent? Number 1, instruction format. Number 2, addressing mode. Number 3, program relocation. Number 4, all of these. And the correct answer is definitely all of these, because instruction format depend on machine, addressing mode depending on machine, program relocation, that is a change of address depending on the machine. So they all are the correct answer, that is all of these. Which table is permanent databases that has entry for each terminal symbol? Which table is permanent database that has entry for each terminal symbol? Option A, literal table. Option B, identifier table. Option C, terminal table. Option D, none. Which table is permanent databases that has entry for each terminal symbol? And we know that terminal symbol is a required literal table. The answer is literal table. There is no terminal table. There is no identity. The identifier table is there, that is known as symbol table, but not identifier table. The answer is literal table. Next, there are some short question. First question is, this is question number 1B from 2019 system programming. What is loader? A loader is a system software. We know that this is a system software. Loader is a system software. Is used to load the object code. It is used to load the object code into memory. And prepare for execution. Loader is a system software that is used to load the object code into memory and prepares for execution. So it is used to load the object code from the memory and execute with the help of CPU and execute with the help of CPU. This is the concept of loader. And we know that every source program compiled by compiler, produce object code, and that object code is used to load by loader, and with the help of linker it's link the external file, and it's load the memory for execution with the help of CPU. So loader is a system software that is used to load the object code into memory and prepares for execution. So this is loader. Next, question number 2. Advantages of assembly language over machine language. Assembly language is easy to write. This is the first advantage, easy to write, because it is consist of instructions, assembly instruction. Number 2, easy to modify. Number 3, easy to remember, because it's a series of instruction, English like instruction. So these are the advantages of assembly level language. And there is a object code is created. There is object code created that is used to be loaded by the loader. So these are the advantages, that is easy to write, easy to modify, easy to remember. Next, question number 3. What is meant by DC, declaration store, and DS? What is meant by DC and DS? These are DC mean declared storage, and declaration constant. These are the two opcode. First of all, DC. Define a field and initialize. Define a field and initialize the data using DC assembler directive. Define a field and initialize the data using DC assembler directive. And DS, declare storage. Define a field without initializing. Define a field without initializing using DS assembler directive. For example, the first one is declaration the constant, declared constant, and second one is declare storage. DC define a field and initialize the data using DC assembler directive. Here, define a field without initializing as DS assembler directive. That is level. Suppose this is the level. Syntax is level is optional. Level, DS, and constant. Next, level, DC value. Example, suppose X is a level, DS 5, and X DC 3. This is declaration constant. This one is level, DC and 5, X level, DS 5, and DC a single quote. A DS 1. This statement specifies one word of memory. One word of memory for A. Now suppose one level DC 1. A memory 1 is assigned memory with name 1 containing value 1. So this is declaration constant, that is within single quote, and this is declaration storage, declared storage, that is 1 word of memory. When you write ADS2, that is 2 word of memory. So this is for word of memory, and this is for value, that is 1 equal to EQ1, that is 1 EQ1, and this is 1 word of memory. These are the storage. Now next question. Next question is what is pseudo operation table? Question number 3. What is pseudo operation table? What is pseudo operation table? POT is a fixed table. The full form of pseudo operation table. POT is the full form of POT is pseudo operation table. So POT is a fixed table. It is a POT, MOT are fixed tables. It is used by pass 1 and pass 2 both. It is used by pass 1 and pass 2 both. In pass 1, it is used to specify. In pass 1, it is used to specify opcode. It's used to specify opcode and action to be taken. In pass 2, it is also used to specify the action to be taken, opcode and its action to be taken. So the POT is a fixed table. Full form is pseudo operation table. It is used by both pass 1 and pass 2. It is used in assembler. Next, question number 4. What is compile and go? What is compile and go loader? What is compile and go loader? Compile and go loader is used to compile the object code. Compile the object code and loaded into memory. Used to compile the object code and loaded into memory. All time assembler or compiler remains in the memory. সব সময় যতক্ষণ অবধি কম্পাইলেশন প্রসেস চলে ততক্ষণ অবধি অ্যাসেম্বলার আর কম্পাইলার র্যামের মধ্যে থাকে, এই জন্য ওয়েস্টেজ অফ মেমোরি হয়। কনসেপ্টটা কীরকমভাবে ছবি আঁকা যায়? তো সোর্স কোড, যেটা আমরা জানি user created code, that is compile or assembler by, suppose there is an assembler, the assembler by assembled this code and create the object code. Suppose this is source code 1 and this is object code 1. Then again there is another source code 2. Assembler is compiled by assembler, or it can be a compiler. Object code, these object code are loaded by loader, and this loader is loaded into the specific memory location. This is the object code 1, suppose object code 1, and in next object code 2, and there is a assembler which occupy the memory every time during the compile and go loaded process. Compiled and go. Next question. Write the general format of macro instruction. The last question. Write the general format of macro. We know the macro can be defined as macro. This is the macro opcode, and then the macro name. This is the general format, macro and macro name, and this is the body of the macro. This is the body of the macro. and we know that every macro end with a macro end keyword. So this is the syntax for creation of macro, and this is the end of the 2019 MCQ solution. এবার আমি এমসিকিউগুলো আগে সলভ করছি, তারপর আস্তে আস্তে ব্রড কোশ্চেনে যাবো 2019, 2018, 2017 and 16 and so on. First of all, MCQ solve করছি 2019, then I will go to the 2018, 17 and so on up to 2016, up to 2016. MCQ solve হয়ে যাওয়ার পর I will solve the broad question.